Hey, this is Jon Schnepp with AMC Movie News. I'm here to give my list of the 5 worst films of 2014, and I've got a lot of runner-ups, which are like the dishonorable mentions, and I'll start with those. We've got Dracula Untold, which is I wish it just remained untold. I have a title for it, Vampire School for Bloodless Drooling Babies. I thought it was a horrible film. A Million Ways to Die in the West. It's comedy gold for dead people. That's another runner-up. Horrible Bosses 2. Thought about a lot of other stuff going on while I was watching a bunch of famous dudes improv unfunny scenes. I didn't like it. Sin City, Dame to Kill For. Why Are You Trying to Hurt Me, Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller. I thought the middle portion, the actual Dame to Kill For, was great, but the beginning and end stories were so horrible it just ruined the film for me. So I'm looking forward to when you come out with the individual stories released, and I'll just watch the Dame to Kill For, which I thought was amazing. So that's why it was kind of disappointing. But my 5 least favorite films of 2014. Number 5, Lucy. I don't know what Luc Besson is smoking, but unfortunately he created some horrible film where Scarlett Johansson becomes the internet, and I don't even know what happened at the end other than it was like a CGI cram fest of horrible, dumb images and a bunch of gobbledygook attached to a computer with scientists looking blankly at the screen. Garbage. It was horrible. But not as horrible as number 4, Transcendence, in which Johnny Depp failed to give any emotional resonance in a film that was kind of flatlining when I was watching it, and just remained inert until it was over, which I thankfully got out of the theater. My title, the retitling for it would be Shiny, Soulless, Listless, Boring Light Bulbs, is what I would call Transcendence. But that wasn't as bad as number 3, I, Frankenstein, which I affectionately call I, Poopenstein. What a giant hunk of garbage. Not only did it just rip off like a vampire sucking from Underworld, which in itself is some other films put together, but at least in a fun way. I, Frankenstein is just horrible from the beginning all the way to the end, from the way it was executed. I even thought the special effects were incredibly stupid, like characters exploding like fireworks in the sky. Just almost unwatchable. The good thing though is that it's funny in a bad way, so you can watch it and make fun of it, and at least you can get through the movie that way. But it's not as bad as number 2, which was Transformers 4 Age of Extinction. I mean, I can't really even call this a movie. It's a series of horrible scenes strung together with a bunch of grotesque, overdone CGI robots talking with their, cigars chomping outside, shooting, and just garbage dialogue with a bunch of explosions and gunfire. I didn't even know what they were saying half the time. I was bored out of my mind. I think the only 25 seconds that I actually enjoyed was the very beginning with the dinosaurs and a giant spaceship shows up, and I was like, wow, this could be good. Why was I wrong? It went another 17 hours I was in the theater sweating, waiting for this film to end, and it just would never end. It would just be another set piece against another set piece with a series of bizarre Bud Light commercials thrown into the mix. What a hunking stink of garbage. But that film doesn't compare to my number 1 biggest piece of crap that came out this year. And it was a film that I was really looking forward to. It was called The Amazing Spider-Man 2. All the trailers seemed to put me in the right direction, saying, wow, they finally found a way to put all these villains into one film because they're all born from Oscorp. Seems like it could possibly be a smart film. It's got all the makings of a, wow, was I wrong. I could not believe the inept, horrible way that they put this film together. I mean, it is garbage can through and through. I cannot think of a film that I've seen recently that was so uneven in tone from one scene to another. It was like, am I watching Batman and Robin, or just a modern romance film, or a giant honking stink of garbage? I think it was garbage is what I ended up watching, because none of it made sense. I mean, it literally really true reminded me of Batman and Robin. Just the pacing, the tone. Even Jamie Foxx was pretending to be the Riddler from Batman Forever, and all of a sudden he became Arnold Schwarzenegger from Batman and Robin. He was like the Riddler and Iceman with his own horrible theme music. It was just so bad. Everything about it is embarrassing. I feel bad for the talented actors who are involved in this because they look stupid in this film. It makes them look dumb. And the sooner we forget about The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the better. I seriously hope Sony can just like erase Spider-Man 3 from its drawing board and not use this universe, because they've already damaged it and tainted it with this garbage film. So Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is truly the worst film of 2014. So to recap my list, number 5, Lucy. Number 4, Transcendence. Number 3, I, Frankenstein. Number 2, Transformers 4, Age of Extinction. And number 1, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, or as what I like to call it, WTF Liquid Spider Poops 2. So that's my my title for that. I'm Jon Schnepp. You can find me at Twitter and Instagram, just Jon Schnepp or TDOSLWH. And thanks again for tuning in to the top 5 worst movies of 2014 on AMC Movie News.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.